right. Welcome to Making Music. I'm Gary Weinroth from Guitar Showcase. And today with me I have, again, from Fender Guitars, the fabulous Mark Blasquez.
You're just not going to get rid of him.
Just can't get rid of him no matter how hard I try. And again, the fantastic Jack Van Breen from Guitar Showcase. Glad to have you guys on board again this week.
Good to be here.
So, you know, that narcotic music you're playing is just a little too heavy for me, but, you know, I love it.
Yeah.
And tell me, what are we using today? Now, Jack, you've got a bass with some kind of a strange lever on there that I assume drops that string down.
This is the Reggie Hamilton 225 himself signature bass.
Really?
And it's got a lot of really cool things about it. You pointed out the drop D, which is kind of cool. So if you want to play that, and then modulate, because you didn't learn how in school. So you got that lower D, which is the reason I bought a 5-string in the first place, was to get that note. I could save myself some grief. It's got passive electronics for old school bass, and it's got active electronics where you can really go. So you can do all that stuff.
Good God Almighty.
Very cool.
You're not paid by the note here. Come on.
I don't get many chances to shine. I got to take them.
So this kind of plays like a 5-string or a 4-string, and
An amazing thing, its street price is less than $1,000 for this bass.
well, that's all.
Yeah.
Reggie's an amazing bass player, a wonderful human being, and a very good friend of Fender's, and that's his signature bass.
This is his signature bass.
That's one of his 2 signature basses. We actually do that one, and then we do a version in the custom shop also, which comes as a 5-string option that has some extra features on it and
Well,
stuff.
it has,
but this one,
instead of the poly, it has the nitrocellulose lacquer.
yeah, exactly.
And
and a 5-string option as well.
5-string option.
Now, he's done Reggie's done some seminars or clinics at Guitar Showcase. I know we had him here a couple months ago.
Yep.
And we're going to get him again because he's wonderful.
Yeah,
He is an amazing
good.
guy. I think he was there with Greg Koch.
Yeah, Greg Koch.
The two play together, and Greg's music, by the way, is the intro that you hear to our show.
Yep.
That is not canned or synthesized, sped up in any way. That music that you hear on our intro
That's
is
actually him
mangling
a Fender.
slow.
that's a Fender guitar.
Greg on slow.
And actually, that came from an AM show demo of the Cyber Twin.
Cyber Twin, sure.
I think back in 2000 or something like that. And he just, off the cuff, I saw him do that live at the NAMM show. Greg is an amazing guy.
He's a scary, scary man in many ways.
And that's real time, real everything. And if those of you that are watching the show, if you go back and listen to the intro again, and you'll hear Greg play that.
Listen to it a lot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because it's amazing. And we hope to have Greg and Reggie again on some clinics at Guitar Showcase.
Sure.
So this is an interesting bass. It kind of does a little everything. There he is. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
But not in public.
But not today. Okay. I can too, but I don't want to show off.
I could, but I hurt myself.
I know.
Yeah.
So tell me what you've got, Mark.
Well, I've got quite a lot to talk about right now.
What was that you were playing, though, on the intro there? Sounded just like a normal Stratocaster.
It looks like a normal Stratocaster. This is something that we talked about last week, I believe. The VG Strat from Fender, and also designed in conjunction with our friends at Roland. And what I was doing there was getting kind of a maybe thicker or fatter kind of a sound than you would typically associate with Strats. Strats are normally known for getting very, very wonderful kind of chimey.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Those kind of sounds.
Bluesy
but
sounds.
With this guitar, we can actually go to a bigger, more like a humming, and get a big,
Very cool.
Yes.
Now, I noticed that you hit a couple switches on the amplifier. I suspect the amp had something to do with what you're doing.
The amp has something to do with what we're here to talk about today.
Is that a Fender amplifier by chance?
That happens to be a fine Fender amplifier right there. What I'm standing in front of here is called the Sonic. This is a...
And that's why we need strap
That's why we need
locks.
strap locks. Let's talk about accessories in a minute.
Strap locks are available for about $20.
I'll pay
And
good
they-
money
and they
edit that part out.
They prevent that from... No, we can't edit that out. They prevent happening.
Still in tune.
It's a Fender.
Kind of like a Timex. It takes a licking, and you know the rest.
Yeah,
All
exactly. So, back to the amplifier. Supersonic. This is something that we released in 06. Was just an instant runaway success. Was named Amp of the Year last year, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it right now. On the surface, you can look at it and think, well, it looks like a very well-made, tube channel switching amplifier. But there are secrets under the hood that are pretty impressive. People will talk about different channels. How many channels does an amplifier have? And for people that don't know what that means, the channels will be different sounds, different settings that you can make on an amplifier. So this amp is actually 2.5 is what I call it, channel amplifier. So your first channel over here, which we've named the vintage channel, has 2 settings on it. And I'll just be using some stock Stratocaster sounds here to show you guys what this is all about. So the first setting is a Vibrolux setting. Now this is based on our old venerable, great, really super clean, beautiful. Get all those different sounds. Tones that you're used to. That's a Vibrolux. Yeah, absolutely. And one of mine too. If there's just nothing in the world that sounds as sparkly, clean, and chimey, and all those words that people associate with our amplifiers. A popular amplifier of ours is a Fender Bassman, right? Kind of the spawning, if you will, of the modern rock and roll distorted
The
guitar
old
amp.
410 basement type look.
Absolutely,
Right,
yeah.
tweed.
So the other voicing of this first channel, of the vintage channel, Bassman. So when you switch over to a Bassman, what you might notice at first is it's a little darker. So there's a Bassman, and here's a... So the Vibrolux is a little sparklier.